Okay, this week we're going to do our spelling sentences in the form of subject, subject, verb. So in this case, this is week 3. So I'm going to go week 3, SSV sentences. What that means, let's do this here, John, second hour. What this means is you're going to have 2 subjects and a verb in every one of your sentences, and I want you to use your spelling word as well, or your spelling words. These do not have to be the subjects or the verbs, they just have to be in the sentence. So first thing you want to do is you want to come up with the verb for this sentence. How about peaceful? How would you use peaceful with a verb? Someone was peaceful, or more than one person were peaceful. Were is a helping verb. So I could say were peaceful. Well, that's great. I got my verb. Were peaceful. Well, who were peaceful? Well, I think McCoy and Blake were peaceful. Okay, now I want to underline my spelling word. Peaceful, I used it properly. My verb, there's my helping verb. Were peaceful is my verb phrase. Who were peaceful? McCoy and Blake. Now you noticed I had to use this conjunction right here between McCoy and Blake to link it up. So every one of these sentences is going to be a subject. So it's going to be 2 things tied together with a conjunction, or 2 people tied together with a conjunction. So use your brain camera and think, okay, well, what 2 things are doing which actions? That was my first spelling word. Let's do another one. I'm going to skip a line here, so when we correct these, and I say we, I mean Miss Pam, when we correct these, we want to make sure that there's some little room here to make some corrections. So next word is juicy. Okay, well, juicy isn't a verb and it isn't a subject, so I mean it's not going to be a subject. So juicy kind of describes something, or we could say was juicy, maybe. We have to use a helping verb again. What was juicy? Well, I have to think. Well, what could possibly be juicy? Well, I guess apples and oranges might be juicy. So that would be 2 subjects, right? Apples and oranges are juicy. Are another helping verb. Are juicy. Apples and, notice the conjunction, oranges. That's how I get my 2 subjects tied together. I could almost put a little conjunction right there. Oranges are juicy. I'm going to underline my spelling word. Okay, where's my verb? Well, if Mario was looking at this, he'd say, oh, I noticed that's a helping verb. Are juicy. Well, what are juicy, Mario? He would say apples and oranges are juicy. There we go. Oops, I forgot to label my verb. So there we go. Do you notice? Subject, subject, verb. Subject, subject, verb. All of your spelling sentences are going to be in this form of subject, subject, verb. I'm going to do one more for you, and then I'll give you 3 examples for the advanced honors spelling words. Again, it's probably easier to find your verb first. Pencil. What might a pencil do? The pencil does what? Well, the pencil maybe writes, I guess, right? In fact, a really simple sentence would be the pencil writes, which would be a subject-verb sentence, but I need more than one subject. Would we say, again, are or were is a good helping verb. Yeah, I'm kind of stalling out here. So the pencil writes. How about the pens and pencils write? Okay, so my verb. My verb is write, and my subjects are pens and pencils. Once again, subject, coordinating conjunction, subject, and verb. And I'm going to underline my spelling word. So there's your first 3 of 15 done absolutely free. Now if you want to stay tuned, I will go ahead and do the same thing for The next ones are going to be for the honors spellers, so stop right there if you're doing regular spelling, but now if you're doing honors spelling, I'll do 1, 2, and 3 for you. It looks like your words start with dwell, cheese, and times. So your first word is dwell. Now I know dwell is a verb, meaning living somewhere, like maybe, who might dwell? We could say, let's come up with some fictional characters here. How about, let's say, the trolls and the goblins dwell in the woods. The trolls and goblins dwell deep in the woods. Okay, so the verb here is dwell. Who dwells? Well, trolls and goblins dwell. S. Notice, once again, subject joined with a conjunction with another subject. You can start by just having in your mind, start with one subject and one verb, and then add another one that might be appropriate. Cheese. Okay? Cheese. Maybe we say, the mouse ate the cheese. Mouse ate the cheese. So we got a verb, which is ate, right? But we need more than one subject. So what else might eat the cheese besides that we can join with that mouse? How about the rat and mouse ate cheese? Okay? Spelling word. Oops, I forgot my spelling word. Underline my spelling word up there. What's the verb? Well, Levon might say ate. And I'd say, okay, Levon, what ate? And he'd say, well, the rat and the mouse. See, Mr. Hand, look, it's even joined with a coordinating conjunction. Subject, subject, verb, sentence. I go, great, Levon, you're doing great. And he'd go, oh, great, Mr. Hand, I love this class. And I say, okay, that's cool. All right. Then I say it's Kobe's turn. Kobe, times. Now, times might be, times could be a verb, like you're multiplying, but we don't have to use it as a subject or a verb here. So we could say 4 times. Someone did something and something did something 4 times. So we might say that John and Randy raised their hands 4 times. Underline my spelling word. And what's the action? Well, somebody raised. Who raised? Well, John and Randy raised. Look, subject, subject, verb, subject joined with a conjunction and subject and verb. There you go. There's your first 3 free if you're an honors speller. And that should give you the instructions you need in 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Thank you.